Welcome, rock fans, to another episode of MPJ, new rock album review show. I'm Nigel. Welcome to Simon, to Trish, to William, and to Pete. Right, tuned in for the first time. First of all, hit the like and subscribe button if you like what you hear. Today, we are reviewing a band. Good, there's got to be a band. Katatonia, Nightmares and Extension of the Waking State. Now, Katatonia are a returning band. We have reviewed them previously a couple of years ago with Sky Void of Stars, where didn't do so well. Hopefully it's improvement. Only got 2.4 out of us, so not one of our favourite albums. Will this be different? So we'll start with Pete, because Pete, this is probably the first time you're reviewing Katatonia. Is it a band that you've come across before or not?
Yeah, no, at least, well, I was going to speak Dutch there for a moment. Well,
Go on, you can speak Dutch, mate. We like a bit of Dutch.
It's all nonsense coming out anyway. So,
double Dutch. It's double Dutch normally, as we say when we can't understand anything.
I've known Katatonia by name only, and somehow I was expecting black metal, and don't know where that came from. But yeah, it's more like doom metal. Which may be a nice point to pay some homage to the Prince of Darkness, who has departed from us this week. Rest in peace, your dearly beloved soul. Katatonia game was not properly excited by it. It's pretty slow, it's pretty bland. Even at times I feel a bit boring. It's not really a rocking album. It's really slow, it's really calm, so it didn't really click with me. It's definitely not bad, but yeah, like I said, it's not really exciting. It didn't excite me at all. So yeah, there you have it.
Cool. Somebody who's not bad, but you could say he's not very exciting, and that's Simon.
Thanks.
Pleasure, as ever.
Yeah, so just a bit of a side tangent. One of my all-time favourite bands used to be Camelot before the vocalist changed, so old school Camelot. And I felt like I've been chasing that musical high ever since. So whenever a beautiful timbre sings through electric guitars and pounding drums, that's sort of like the hope swells within me that finally this is it. This is the band that's going to relive that glory. But 2 tracks in, and I was left feeling practically catatonic. What the band is playing, it's well produced and they have a great sound. And I think the album cover really captures that somber mood perfectly of what they're playing. I want something with a bit more punch to it that hits some deeper philosophical thoughts, or steers more into theatrical storytelling as well. It's not Katatonia's fault that they're not what I wanted from this album when I started listening to. That's my own, that's my own issues there. But I was hoping for something that they're not, and it makes reviewing the album difficult because I'm listening to it sort of almost wishing they were something else. So when I re-listened to it a few times, and it's I think as Pete said, it's just a bit I feel like in isolation each of the tracks would have been cool, or if they'd been mixed in with something more theatrical maybe or something, they'd have been really good. But it's just the whole album is slow and dredgy and stuff, and overall the album kept me from my nightmares but left me slipping into my dreams.
Now, somebody who's never in my nightmares and always slips into my dreams, it's Rock Chick Trish.
Thanks.
Pleasure.
I was pleased to see this band album for review on our podcast. I don't remember reviewing them before, as I'm actually seeing them in December at the Electric Ballroom in Camden. But only through pure coincidence, as it's a support act, I actually booked the ticket to see, as I love Evergrey and K-Logger, who I've seen both before. So I'm hoping that the main headline act, Katatonia, I will develop a love for now as well, and hit the triple jackpot seeing them all in December. The answer is yes. The album wasn't as heavy as I was expecting. and quite melodic at times, even though their genre is classed as doom metal. I personally wouldn't class them in that bracket, and more progressive rock, but that's just my opinion. The pounding track, The Liquid Eye, grabbed my listening ears, along with The Light Which I Bleed. The album was a good listen, and I'm looking forward to seeing them live and how their performance is. It may get me to check out some of their back catalogue, which is what happened when I saw Evergrey and Keloga. So all looking positive for Katatonia from my side of the camp.
We always think positive when we go to our next guest, and that's William. William, what do you think?
Yes, I had thoughts. I started having thoughts. And then I was lulled into boredom, and my thoughts just kept slipping away. So obviously, my favourite band was Electric Callboy. My all-time favourite band, who my heart will always belong to, is Sabaton. Very high energy, high octane music. This is like the anti-Will of an album. It's slow. It's dull to me. I found it so hard to try and get behind it and sit down and focus into it. It took me about 3-4 listens to actually get to the end, because I'd get a couple songs and be like, oh, it's just the same, I need something more exciting, more emotional, more energetic for me. Do another two and another two. It's, as we said, it's obviously incredibly well produced. They know what they want to be doing, and they're doing what they want really well. But for me, it's just, I can't get behind it. It's just, I'm just bored.
Yeah,
from them, but...
yeah, I kind of get it. I think that the problem with this sort of music is that I really like that deep kind of melodic rock, the like of Evergrey, Black Orchid Empire, that sort of stuff. But they all seem to have what I call that well, it's been coined here, which is pop sense, which is that little bit of more, upbeat kind of infusion into this sort of music, which kind of lifts it up and changes the tempo a bit, but it's still immersive, and I like to be into that immersive rock. My problem is that it just became a drudge, and it became more of a prog rock kind of metal, melodic kind of metal band. It wasn't as bad as kind of some prog metal, but maybe that's the wrong word. It didn't go down that road, but neither did it have that. There was just too much shadow and not enough light in this album for me, and it just didn't up that tempo a little bit, and therefore I could see why it's become a drudge. And that's frustrating, because some of the musicality and some of the melodics rock was fantastic, but it just didn't lift me up as well, which is a shame, because I do tend to gravitate to this sort of kind of music. But no, it didn't take me along as well, really. So, well, let's find out then. Will it improve on the 2.4 that Skyboard of Stars did? Will it get into our Hall of Fame? Let's find out then, shall we? Pete, what did you give this?
Well, did you say the last album got a 2.4?
Yes.
All right, I gave this a 2.5.
Way! Simon?
I gave it a 2.
Trish?
I gave it a 4.
Ooh. Dom really liked it. Really liked it. 4.5 from Dom. Who would have thought?
Camden with me, Dom.
I know. William?
A perfectly average 2.5.
8. I mean, you two just get a room. You two, a 3 from me. A 3 from me. 16.5, an average. So we're going to drop Simon's 2. And previously we also dropped Simon's 2.5 for Elstom as well. So just to let you know that, Simon. So it's your second drop score. 16.5, scored 3.3. So 80 out of 100 for our album of the year. 335th out of our 562 albums. So top 350. Not bad. A lot worse out there. I think if you like melodic kind of proggy kind of metal, I think this is great. Incredibly well produced, obviously. So thank you very much to my wonderful crew. You lot out there, hit the like and subscribe, get us over 500, and let us know what you think of this album. In the meantime, thank you to Simon, thank you to William, thank you to Pete, thank you to Trish. Goodbye, and keep on rocking!